Hello, all of you gorgeous Taurus souls. I'm so happy to have you here. If you have never been at the channel before, welcome. I am so happy and thankful to have you here with me today to connect and share space. And if you have visited before, welcome back. Your presence as well means the world to me. If you end up enjoying this reading today, please consider subscribing. By doing so, it really helps to increase the expansion and growth and the outreach that my channel can have here on this platform. And again, it means the world. It is so, so important for my continued ability to bring you these types of readings. So today's reading, as you are here, obviously being a Taurus, is going to be part of my Zodiac-based reading series. I haven't done one of these in a super long time, but my goal is to actually stay on top of these a little bit better than I have. It's been a busy last few months. I normally typically like to present these right now. It's just a taste or a flavor of adding and introducing Zodiac readings to my channel to see people's responses to it, if they're enjoying them. And I do those seasonally. So as the season for the particular sign comes about in the year, that is when I release typically these readings. Got a little far behind, as I said, with Taurus. So I'm hoping to get that done today, of course, with this reading, get this uploaded for you, and then also Gemini in the next few days before we again switch seasons to Cancer, which is my season, and I'm super excited for that. But we're ready for Taurus today. Lots of beautiful green vibes with Taurus being associated with the color green. So I chose lots of very intentionally themed decks and crystals to symbolize that energy for you today. And as you can see, there's also 3 piles and 3 different crystals to choose from. I always do pick a card readings. It is so important to me to have freedom and the ability to choose, to have choice. And so with every reading I put out, including Zodiac readings, they will always be pick a card style. And another reason why I don't do them as frequently as some other readers, because it's really important to me, again, to present them in this format. But before we begin, let me just say once again, I'm so excited to have you here. I hope you end up enjoying this style of presenting Zodiac readings in this way, where we go ahead and allow you to select a pile you're drawn to, and then we take a look at the energy over the next several months. I say during your season, or at the time that you're finding this, whenever that may be, the next few months ahead, at what you can expect to come in all regards. So money, love, overall abundance, life matters, whatever it may be, we're just going to take a complete and total snapshot of the energy. So let's get started. For pile 1, we are going to be using the Pacific Northwest Tarot today, and that's going to be with Blue Fluorite. Pile 2 will be the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. This is going to be with a green fluorite. And then pile 3 is the Embroidered Forest Tarot with the, I believe, green jasper. It's green jasper. Take a moment to decide whichever crystal or card deck is calling you in most, or feel free to check the timestamps. They are always listed below. And I will meet you over at your pile in a moment to begin your reading. Taurus, I'm so excited, can't wait. Hello, Taurus, all my pile 1s. You guys chose this beautiful blue fluorite, as well as the Pacific Northwest Tarot deck today. And we are going to be obviously looking at your specific energy today, Taurus. So this reading is going to apply to anyone Hello, my Taurus souls, pile 1. You chose the blue fluorite today, as well as the Pacific Northwest Tarot deck. So, again, you're here because you're Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and this is your Zodiac reading pick card style, where we're going to explore the energies that you're currently sitting in, as well as what you can expect within the next few months. Now, this can be either during your season, or it can be the next few months at the time that you're finding this reading. Unfortunately, and I'm super apologetic for this, but I was very busy during Taurus season, and so I really wasn't in a position where I could have recorded this during an earlier time in the season when it actually was Taurus season. So on that note, as of next year, the scheduling will be a little bit more narrowed down, but for this particular reading for you guys, it's coming out a little bit late. So just again, it's timeless. Take it for when it resonates to whenever you are personally coming across it. Now we're going to start with the tarot. We're also going to pull out some oracle as always, and we're just going to be taking a look at the energy, again, that you're presently sitting in. We'll also go ahead and look at the future energies for love, money, career, abundance of all forms, life in general, whatever needs to come out of what you can expect in the months ahead, Taurus. Now, again, this is a reading for Taurus energy, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, and that is for Taurus. I keep saying Taurus season, which runs anywhere from April 20th through May 20th. So if you have this anywhere in your placements, or you're watching it for somebody who has Taurus energy somewhere in their placements, then you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and take a look and see, first of all, what that current energy looks like for those of you watching pile 1 today. Taurus energy for pile 1, what energy are they currently sitting in and dealing with, Spirit? Ooh. So we have the Magician energy coming out first and foremost, which is beautiful. I apologize in advance as well. I live in a very, very busy city, and it is quite loud where I live now. I just recently moved. Takes some adjusting and getting used to. At any rate, Two of Cups, King of Cups. These are such stunning cards. The Pacific Northwest Tarot is independently created, and it's one of my favorites by far that I own. Page of Pentacles as well. And let's clarify these energies. We have the Knight of Wands, the Hanged. Oop, I see a piece of hair there and I can't deal with that. All right. The Hanged One, or the Hanged Man. We have Strength coming out, and we also have the Fool. Now, overall energy that is currently sort of embodying what you're sitting in or what you're dealing with is the Six of Wands. So that's the theme or the idea of confidence, victory, and success. And I do see that echoed here for you, pile 1. I just want to do some adjusting real quick. Give me just a moment. I apologize once again. Okay, I felt that was better to do paused so that you didn't have to be rattled. Okay, so we're back. But as I was saying, the Magician energy, so this is a really strong, empowered energy of confidence, of someone who is skilled and capable and feels, again, confident and creative and inspired, and who is deliberately intending and developing and creating their world. It's clarified by the Knight of Wands. So this energy is very passionate right now. Again, very driven and motivated and inspired, with that Wands energy clarifying the abundance and the capability of the Magician energy. It just reinforces that sense that, you know, you're sitting right now presently in a place where you're feeling very secure and very, again, motivated to move forward and pursue your goals. We also have the Two of Cups here. This is an energy of connection, but it's clarified by the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, which indicates for me some sort of pause, perhaps in a relationship or just in connecting with others in general. Two of Cups can represent one specific relationship, in some instances even a soulmate-based relationship, or it can also be a general sort of representation, a greater significance of the connections we form in life overall. So either way, it looks like there is some type of holding pattern, some sort of pause or surrender and inactivity surrounding relationships and connections at this time. And we'll take a greater look at that as well. We have the King of Cups energy, and I actually think this relates to you. So the King of Cups, which is Scorpionic energy, is somebody who feels a lot. They're very emotive. The King of Cups, of course, is going to be the master of that suit. Cups representing emotions and emotional depth, and more loving, caring, deeper feeling emotions as well. You know, so they're going to be feeling a lot and have a mastery over those emotions, but at the same time, they're not very inclined to share and reveal them. And that's echoed further in the Strength cards. So the tie-in for me in this central portion of this spread is perhaps that there is a connection that you have in mind, something that isn't really going in the direction you'd like it to, or it's not progressing in the way that you thought it would and felt and would like it to. And instead you're sitting in this energy of sort of holding back and reserving all of this big emotion that you have for this person and for this connection at this time. And then as we get into this Page of Pentacles energy clarified by the Fool, it's pretty clear to me that you've sort of shifted focus onto having a new beginning independently, maybe putting in offers, at least of your focus and your attention elsewhere. Again, sort of keeping this relationship energy, or this connection, this connective energy that you're feeling towards someone or something, kind of on pause, on hold for the moment, and really, again, shifting attention and focus elsewhere. So let's go ahead and take a look, pile one, at what you can expect in the next few months. What are we going to see coming about for Taurus within the next few months? What can they expect? What's coming for them? We have the Four of Cups energy, the Four of Swords. So lots of fours, the element of grounding, or excuse me, the number in tarot and numerology of grounding and stability. We have the Seven of Cups, as well as the Eight of Wands, and clarifying. We have the number 3, the Empress, the Knight of Cups. I love that. So beautiful. The High Priestess. And we have Justice as well. Let's get some Oracle out on the table. This is the Healers of the Earth Oracle deck. What is coming for pile one, Taurus pile one? What can they expect in the near future, the next few months, Spirit? First up, we have Seer of Souls, Sensitivity, Empathy, and Understanding. It's card 63. So this is an energy reducing down to number 9, the number of solitude and stillness and sort of an inward journey. It ties back to the energy of the Hermit in the Major Arcana. We have card 58, Safe in Your Bubble, safe from harm, protected and sheltered. So again, this idea of sort of stepping back and into your own energy. I really am seeing that with that row where we have the Page of Pentacles and the Fool. This is a really independent energy, really sort of being at the beginning of something, and of course stepping into that newness, that promise of that new beginning, and of that beginning forward momentum, that journey with the Fool energy. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's pull from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. I think we have some room. What can pile one look forward to in the next few months? New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. Absolutely. I already think you're doing that, but it's a continuing focus or perspective shift. And we have new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. I love that both of these are new moons. Again, just this signifier of that newness, that beginning journey, that start of something new and exciting and different. And it feels to be a better fit for you. Something where you can really devote your time and energy and attention, where results can be had, and where you can gain a really strong and stable sense of abundance. You know, when we have the Four of Cups energy here, and it's actually depicting a hermit crab or some sort of a crab, it just harkens me back again to that hermit energy. It's a very strong theme here coming out for you in the cards of what's ahead, pile one. So the idea of stepping into your shell, or staying safe in your bubble, as it indicates, and really just taking that time for stillness, for self-reflection. We kind of already see that energy coming out currently with the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, that presented earlier. This is where you are definitely drawn and feeling inspired to focus your efforts and your energy at this time. So with the Four of Cups, which is traditionally a card of rejection or refusal, this could be a twofold energy where you are sort of putting the brakes on something and having a rejection of it, no longer devoting your attention and sort of turning away, turning into a new direction. But I'm more so also seeing this in a different meaning, where the Four of Cups can come to also represent the idea of a perspective shift, as I said, looking at something differently. In the traditional imagery of the Four of Cups, you usually see somebody sitting by a tree perhaps, but the overall imagery represents someone who, instead of focusing on the other cups that they have available to them, they're focusing on the one cup that they're rejecting, that they no longer want to place focus and attention on, and they're rejecting and actively refusing it. So the emphasis of that cup in this opposite meaning of the Four of Cups is actually about seeing the different sides of that cup that's being offered to you, or seeing, you know, a different perspective, a different viewpoint on that, you know, element or energy, where your focus is sort of drawn into. And I really think that's on seeing the benefit to this independence that you're being presented with, this ability to focus on self. I think you're starting to actually view this and see this as a gift, that maybe it's not the time for connection and relationships. Maybe it really is about self-progression right now, self-development and growth. And that's embodied, of course, in the Empress energy, the energy of abundance, divine femininity. In fact, we probably have a lot of divine feminines watching. And, the bunny, of course, is a very strong symbol of fertility and abundance and just good omens, prosperity. So good luck is on the horizon for you when you begin to continue moving into this energy of making this shift, viewing things differently, and really stepping into this energy of self-sustenance and abundance, as indicated here with the Empress. We also have the Four of Swords, so another 4. And it's funny, too. Card 58 reduces down to 13, which further reduces down to another number 4. There's a very strong energy of just grounding, of stability, of forming these foundations. Again, it feels like in an independent context. However, it's clarified by the Knight of Cups. So this is to say for me, and unfortunately, I don't know if this is good or bad news for you, but it doesn't look like any offers of love are going to be rushing in at this time. It very much looks like the energy is going to, again, be very self-focused, be very quiet on the love front, if you will. At the same time, I think as if you lean into your intuition, this beautiful High Priestess energy, which is embodied by the moon here. Think of the spider, which is also very independent insect. They weave their web and they wait for food to come to them. And they sort of just carry on their entire life cycle within the confines of their web, but they're very content and secure beings, animals. And it feels to me like this is going to be the energy that you're again stepping into. These are very much a tie-in together. So this abundant, beautiful, divine energy with the Empress tying in and coming together with this High Priestess, which is stepping into that intuitive sort of receptivity of spirit, of source, and envisioning the possibilities that are available to you with this Seven of Cups, sort of not having a clear picture necessarily visually of what's before you. Look at how in this card, the water is actually rippling, creating a very distorted sort of mirage-like image. And it represents also the idea that the Seven of Cups often represents illusions and idealism and not the true reality of things. But it also comes to represent the idea of options and choices. And I think that as you step into, again, this intuitive side of yourself, you're going to actually see and feel from a higher perspective, not so much again with your physical eyes, but maybe your mind's eye, the best choices to make, the options that you should be taking right now, what's best for you, and the best way forward, the best way to go. Balance is ahead for you and on the horizon, pile 1, with Justice here clarifying this 8 of Wands. This is a quick, swift step into, again, I think the energy that's overall being embodied right now, this idea of success and victory, balance and alchemy, and truth, authenticity. So I think as you strike me as somebody who kind of gets lost in a relationship. You give a lot of yourself, but you also lose part of your identity in that process. And that's really hard to balance out for most people once they enter a relationship or they get very close to someone. But especially for you, it feels like something that just gets you quite off kilter. So in that sense, again, taking the focus off of others, putting it back on yourself, sort of leaning more into your own independent energy is going to allow you very quickly and easily to kind of get back to center and step back into, again, that more authentic, honest, truthful form of self that you were in previously before sort of all of this kind of came to be. So this is looking wonderful so far. I'm loving it so much. We're going to go ahead and take a look at specific energies then we can expect for you, pile 1, where it concerns life in general, money, and of course love, and then anything else that wants to come out as well. Let's go ahead and see by way of love. We're going to start with love because it kind of really looks like things are taking a back seat that way. As I said, not a whole lot of progression there, but let's just see for pile 1 what you can expect with regard to love. 3 of Cups here we have coming out first and foremost, followed by the 2 of Wands. We also have the Lovers. So the actual Lovers energy coming out for you, as well as the Page of Wands. Clarifying these energies, we have the Moon, Temperance, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Again, this just feels very individually focused to me. Perhaps a focus on friendships, not really delving much deeper than that. It doesn't seem like that's going to be a clear avenue for you at this time, pile one, you know, in terms of having a partner or a connection that's very intimate and solid and deep and individual coming into your field of awareness. And in fact, we have the Two of Wands here clarified by Temperance. So again, this idea of making a decision that enables you to really balance out your energy, come back to a state of peace and calm, and sort of rebalance and refocus on self. The Lovers here for me coming through as a decision to progress slowly in connections and sort of, you know, look at how this Knight of Pentacles energy with this deer, this buck is actually sort of like fleeing and running away. It's again giving me this idea that there isn't going to be a whole lot of forward momentum. In fact, it may even feel like backtracking for a moment, but again, it's not, because you're releasing and letting go of things that aren't serving you. Again, sort of putting that one connection that you have in mind that we saw in the beginning on pause and putting the focus back on self where it really belongs right now. But this also can, you know, serve as a testament to say that love energy, this beautiful loving energy that you're wanting so much is coming, but it's coming slowly. It's not going to be anything that's going to be progressing and developing very quickly in the near future. Really, again, I get very strong independent energy with the Page of Wands here, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. The new beginning for you in love is actually striking me as being self-love and just being self-focused. And again, more about the development of your own individual soul's path and journey, and not so much in connecting with anyone else at this time at that level. It's all about you, all about your own progression, pile one. Get a couple oracle cards to get some further detail. What is coming for love for pile one, please? Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Absolutely. So again, stepping out of that energy of that connection you were in and sort of taking back the control of your life, freeing yourself. And it feels very peaceful. It feels like it absolutely is necessary for you at this time to sort of loosen the reins and step back into, when I see that Justice energy and I see and feel this sense of freedom and authenticity, it just makes me feel like, again, releasing the ties that bind to somebody emotionally where it just wasn't serving you. It doesn't mean you're not going to still have feelings for them or care for them, you know, however, it's just, again, maintaining that personal sovereignty and autonomy over your own life and where you're putting your focus and your energy. You have absolute control over that. And by freeing yourself, it enables you to do that. We also have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Keeping things light right now, pile one. You know, again, so we had the Three of Cups energy come out. So that's referencing friendships and community and just having a good time, keeping things light and fun. Think of the butterfly that flies freely throughout the air. It really is signifying this idea of just keeping things in a very superficial but fun context right now and not really delving too deep with others at this time. Anything else we need to know about love for pile one, please? The Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, so 2 fives out, very significant. The Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. You know, so quite honestly, pile one, this is just reaffirming further your recent feelings and actions towards a connection. You know, it wasn't emotionally or tangibly fulfilling. So this could be actually draining resources from you, or just in a physical, very visceral reality and feeling, as well as emotionally, you really suffered a lot of sense of loss, or things not, again, ever fully coming to fruition in the way that you wanted. And that was the reason for why you've stepped away and why you feel the need to sort of pursue things in another direction at this point, moving forward away from that energy and having this new beginning, again, independently or perhaps elsewhere with, you know, we had the Seven of Cups come out, this idea of different options being made clear to you as you step into this independent energy and lean more into intuition and develop this strong spiritual sense through this solitude and this time alone that you're going to have, so that you can make better choices. You can have that new beginning. Two aces coming out for you with regards to love with someone else, or in a better context, in a better state and frame of mind, or an energy at a later time. Now let's see for pile one, what is next in terms of career, finances, material abundance. What can pile one expect within the next few months regarding abundance? What is coming? The Sun, happiness, fulfillment, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. This feels like a quick release of anxiety. Remember, we also saw, first of all, the Six of Wands, so lots of fiery energy, the energy of quickness, of things rapidly developing and ascending or evolving. We also had the Eight of Wands present for you. And now here we have the Knight of Swords. So all of these energies, again, of swiftness, of things moving quickly, the momentum building. And it feels like, again, releasing, I guess, anxiety and just worries and concerns, even in other areas of your life, perhaps pertaining to love that we just looked at. And in the process of that, it really allows, a lightness, again, this bird coming out to just exemplify for me a similar energy as the butterfly, flying freely, freeing yourself, literally, keeping things light and playful, literally the sun emanating and enlightening your life, and allowing this Ten of Pentacles, this beautiful energy of abundance, to flow into you. Yeah, this is a release of difficulty, pile one. Things kind of looking up, brightening up. Ten of Swords, things ending that don't serve you. The Seven of Wands, it's your anxiety, your worry, your focus in the wrong areas is really presented as a blockage for you. And yet the Queen of Cups, again, another energy of intuitiveness or of intuitive receptivity, and really stepping into this energy of feeling your way through life, opening up your life in different ways in which you can feel a little bit more emotionally, I guess, expressive, but it feels very much like it's an independent energy once again, or loving life in total, allowing yourself to have this material abundance in other ways. Not again with regard to love at this time, but let's see, what is that about with the Ten of Pentacles? What is this reference for pile one in terms of their abundance that's coming? What is this Ten of Pentacles? Ten of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. This is overcoming obstacles and challenges. If there's been anything that's maybe taken a back seat due to your focus on love, something that needed more focus and attention, or that was just very difficult as a result of that connection, it looks like things are looking up and are going to become more optimistic for you, that hopefulness returning. And really, again, that release of just tension and anxiety embodied in that Nine of Swords. And it's interesting, in this particular deck, the Nine of Swords depicts a very scary, real threat, an animal that is dangerous. And so typically the Nine of Swords represents worries and fears, but they're often exaggerated or just in our mind and not totally of, real, I guess, real threat. But in this deck, it very much does represent something that is real, that's rational, that makes sense, that these are real threats, real dangers, or real fears. And so those were concrete anxieties that you truly did have as a result of things going on in your life. However, with releasing those, releasing those true and real burdens that you have felt, those overwhelming feelings and burdens, those sensations of difficulty that you were facing with this Ten of Wands, releasing that just opens you up to being this powerful, just beautiful manifester. Also with the Queen of Wands, she's a go-getter. She's someone who gets things done, feels very fiery and passionate as she pursues them. And again, with this Page of Cups, this is just like a return or a zest for life happening once again for you. I love it so much. The Four of Wands kind of stepping out as I say that, along with the Four of Pentacles. We have officially had all of the fours come out for you today, pile one. So there is a huge theme of harmony, groundedness, stability, everything here. To represent just a return to abundance for you in life as you make this shift, this change right now with regard to your connections, who you're keeping close to you, and where you're putting your focus and your energy. Again, that star energy is perfect as well. That optimism, that hope, that faith, that restored sense of peace and healing. I absolutely love it. We don't even have to ask about love because, life, because it's already giving us all of these wonderful sort of indications that life is really about to look up for you, pile one. Let's get some final guidance for you. Final guidance for pile one, please, regarding the energies that they will have, that they'll be facing ahead in the next few months. The Hermit, it finally makes its appearance. It's time to go within, pile one. The King of Swords. You stay a lot in your headspace, and it's time to really just move into an energy of just heeding the call of your soul, what your intuition urges you to do, how you're showing up in the world, who you're connecting with, where you're investing your time. Be mindful of where you're investing your time. That's a strong message. What else for pile one? Two of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the Chariot, forward momentum, and the 3 of Wands. This is planning your future. It's time to plan your future, to envision it exactly how you want it to be. No more, having this sort of unstable nature when it comes to, again, self, what you're devoting your attention and focus to, where your loyalty lies is what I'm hearing. Really getting clear during this time of hermiting, again, soul's journey, your inward spiritual growth and awakening. It's clarified by the 2 of Pentacles. So getting clear, no longer having sort of this back and forth energy of indecision or toggling and ruminating and sort of being in two worlds. I'm hearing, are you in, are you out? It's going to allow you to just really clear that space and set the intention and pave the way for you to just have, again, this 10 of Cups, this beautiful emotional abundance. Let's get some from Healers of the Earth Oracle. Flight plan, and we do have planning indicated with the 3 of Wands. A trip, a disappearance, lack of closure. In this case, I definitely think this references just a forward progression. The Cabal, schemes, conspiracies, and intelligentsia. This is being very mindful of who you're choosing to keep close to you, pile one. Again, the idea of really being, I think, just very intentional in who you keep close, who you connect with at a very intimate level. It's important to preserve our energy and, be safe. Have good boundaries, not blockages and barriers, but just boundaries, healthy boundaries. Guidance for pile one. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. So again, we saw in the beginning of your spread, the King of Cups, a lot of that bottled up energy embodied also with the Strength card as the clarifier, referencing or representing. I'm having a really difficult time today in terms of my communication. That could be something that you're struggling with as well. I normally have this flow a lot better, but it's also embodied by that Strength energy, which is the energy of kind of holding things back, holding things in. Work through those feelings. Don't just bottle them up. It's time to release, take that time to reflect. Again, that Hermit energy being indicated there, and allow yourself to just flow with what presents, surrender to it. We had the Hanged Man also earlier, that pause, effectively allowing you to, take stock and get a better sort of a viewpoint, a picture of what your current connections look like, or one particular connection in full view, and how it's affecting you, how it's impacting other areas of your life. When we saw how all this abundance, all these doors of opportunity were going to be opening to you as you released this connection, it shows me that there is a need to proceed forth. We're getting all of the signs and indicators from Spirit as well that this is the right path for you, what you're feeling guided, and what you've already in fact begun to do, which is to step away from this person. But the last bit of it is to work through those lingering feelings that you're kind of just, again, suppressing and holding back. It's time to address those and face those. Last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. Again, I think just getting really clear on intentions going forward, on how you're feeling about the situation. Work through whatever is sort of holding you back, holding you up, and just get ready for abundance and blessings. Yep, new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. This is all about addressing sort of the emotional aspects of the present circumstances you're finding yourself in, pile one. But as you do that, you can see how your world is going to open up, and you can really look forward to some great energy within the next few months, because again, you've already begun that process. So I foresee this continuing, and I really think that things are going to be in a good place a couple months from now. So pile one, I hope that you've enjoyed that reading. It's brought you some clarity and some guidance for you straight from source. This is always my hope for you, especially when I do these zodiac-based readings, to bring you this dedicated guidance at a very deep level that's very insightful from source directly. And in this case, specific to your sign, the current energies you're experiencing, and where you still get to pick a pile so that you can choose the energy that most resonates with you. And hopefully that's been achieved today, and that's, it's done so. If you have enjoyed the reading, I invite you to check my other playlists that I have available, both of zodiac-based readings, maybe for another one of your placements or another one of your person's placements if you're watching for another individual, person of interest, and as well my other love readings, my other source-derived readings. I have a ton of different playlists, all divided up in categories for easy perusing so that you can get a good feel for my reading style. And if you would be interested as well in looking at these energies further at a personal level, your independent individual circumstances, I am available for private services. You can find all of the information about how you can secure and book a service, a session with me privately, both in the description box as well as in a comment listed below. And as well, there are other means to support the channel if you feel guided to do so. Beyond just commenting, of course, liking, sharing, and subscribing, which is the main means that you can support the channel's growth here and support me, show your thankfulness. But if you feel guided to support me in additional ways, again, all of the information is available in those same areas as well for the avenues and opportunities to do so there. But until next time, pile one, I am sending you so much loving, abundant energy. Taurus, I hope you have a wonderful season the next months ahead, and I will see you hopefully in the future. Until then, take care. Hello, Taurus, pile two. You were drawn to this beautiful green fluorite here, as well as the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. And as I described in the intro, in case you skipped it, we are going to be taking a look at the energies, obviously, of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This could be either one of your placements, as well as either of any of the placements of a person you may be watching for, cross-watching as they call it. And we're going to be taking a look at the energies that you're currently sitting in, as well as what you can expect within the next several months. Now, I say normally during your season, however, I was a little bit late recording this one. I was a bit busy during Taurus season, and so we're just going to say that this is going to reflect the next several months ahead for you at the time that you are catching this reading. This is, of course, a timeless reading, regardless of when you are finding it. It may still apply to your individual circumstances. Now, again, this is a reading for Taurus, any one of your placements. Taurus season runs from April 20th through May 20th. And it, can even resonate for people who don't have Taurus in their placements. If you've made your way here, I know that I have been drawn in a few times by a zodiac-based reading that does not have anything to do with me on a personal level in my chart, and it still resonated beautifully. The main thing that I think is important here is the idea of, again, choice, freedom of choice, the ability to select via pick a card, which is very, very important to me. I will always keep my readings non-collective in that sense, giving you the option of the pile that you're drawn to most to pick up more accurately on your individual energies. So herein lies why we are at pile two today for you. So let's take a look again, beginning with the tarot, at what the current energies are that you are sitting in, and then what you can look forward to, what you can expect in the several months ahead. So for pile two, we already have the Three of Pentacles, effort. We had several fly out, but I'm going to start over and just see if they come out again. Current energies for pile two, please. We have the Two of Wands, Dominion, in this deck. We have the Five of Wands, Strife, And let's see how we can get this to fit. We also have the Knight of Discs, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And these are way too high up. Let's bring those down a bit. If you've ever visited my channel before, you know that it's important to me to have everything nice and straight before we continue. Let's go ahead now and clarify. So, the Nine of Swords, Despair. The Ten of Cups, Satiety. Six of Swords, Earn Success. And the Queen of Swords. Now, the underlying energy that sort of supports the overall theme of the reading and the energy that you may be sitting in most prominently is the Three of Swords, Sorrow. And it's really funny because I took a pretty long break in terms of, you know, the timing between piles 1 and now this pile 2. And I just was getting the sensation before I even began this pile that this pile was going to be an energy that was sorrowful and sad. So it very much does feel that way already for you, pile 2. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. This has to do with, I think, either a work-focused energy, or it's certainly the energy involving a collaboration, some creative endeavor, perhaps interacting with others. The Three of Pentacles often, you know, threes represent creativity, collaboration, coming together with the community. Pentacles energy, again, can reference back to materialism, to the material world, 3D matters. There's just some sort of energy of involving additional parties here that has caused you to feel a great deal of stress and grief. You know, in this deck, Nine of Swords is actually despair, which is a pretty intense energy. I also see here that there was a decision that either needed to be made or was made that involves, honestly, it feels like I'm reading this Ten of Cups differently than what it says in this deck. What is this Ten of Cups meant to represent? The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So someone chose their own individual happiness, or sort of setting out on their own individually speaking, then remaining in contact or connection with you. And I think it's caused you to feel a real sense of loss, again, heartbreak or sorrow. This is a very strong sign of emotional pain or emotional distance with the Three of Swords energy. And it's also a case where, again, it's brought you a great deal of despair. It's made you not feel as comfortable and confident to come together with others and to connect. You know, we have here with the Six of Swords, Earned Success, it's clarifying the card strife, you know, challenges and difficulty, as if to say this was a lack of success or a failure, perhaps. You're feeling a failed type of energy concerning this situation, or concerning perhaps life in general right now. Again, it's a common theme for Taurus energy, it seems, throughout the pile so far, about a connection, sort of being at the center or focal point of the current energy. We also have the Knight of Pentacles here. This could represent someone in your life, an earth sign, perhaps similar to yourself, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And it's clarified, though, by the Queen of Swords. So this is harsh communication. I really do think that something came through, was communicated to you, or there was some type of message delivered in which, you know, it was painful. Again, there was some type of relaying of information or feelings that created this dissension, this emotional disparity, this actual despair and stress and worry. And I really think this comes down to what was probably communicated was this decision making to pursue, again, it feels like someone's individual fulfillment that didn't involve continuing to come together with you. And as a result, it's left you feeling very pained and I just think struggling to sort of regain balance and regain your sense of confidence and peace. Let's get some more information for you, pile 2. What are you currently sitting in terms of energy? The Hermit. Yeah. In this sense, it actually makes me feel like being left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, left behind. The Hermit is a very solitary energy. Queen of Wands. That's coming through for me with the flames right beneath it. With the Strife card is anger. We have the Moon. You know, this is confusion. This is illusions, not being able to see the way forward clearly. And the Three of Wands, Virtue. So this is in a state of waiting or holding, you know, a hold pattern, a flux. I really think you're in a very emotionally ambiguous and just, again, challenging time right now, where things are not clear to you, or you don't know where you stand, and you're feeling, you know, really stuck and perhaps let down. but there's a tinge of anger as well. And there's also this element of like, I want to regain my strength. You know, Taurus energy, Taurians are, you know, very grounded, being an earth sign, and they're very focused on the practical and the material affairs and material comforts and things. And so I think that honestly, it's quite easy to understand why Taurus energy would often, you know, want a partner, would want to have that loving, you know, beautiful energy of connection with somebody. And if that doesn't happen, or if, you know, some other element of, again, I said the material world, referencing back to that Three of Pentacles energy, if this is a job related situation, whatever it may be, the loss of that is going to be felt pretty deeply, because it's going to actually feel like a tangible sort of, you know, again, failure, this earned success, but not having come to fruition, just some element of something missing. So it's really feeling like you're in that state or that place right now where things are not too clear to you, where you're feeling this lack or this loss. You're definitely in a state of pain, and things don't feel good. And again, I'm sorry about that, but we're going to see what's coming ahead for you in the next months ahead. What's coming for you in terms of love, as well as just in life in general, even in material ways, abundance, financial prosperity, because of course, again, that's very important for Taurus. So let's go ahead and take a look first at what is coming in general with regard to life. What changes in life are going to come for pile 2, please? Taurus pile 2. What is coming for them in the next few months? Four of Cups, apathy. So this is like a numbness. Again, I'm feeling like just a lot of emotional pain and loss, and having difficulty kind of, you know, recovering from that. You know, we have the Seven of Swords, futility. So again, this idea of like failure, of just things not working out and almost having a hopeless feeling to them. The Knight of Cups. This is wishing that someone returns, that you receive a message. I don't know if you get that, but you know, in terms of life overall, this is a great amount of focus still on this loving energy of this connection with the lovers present here. We have Judgment, clarifying, apathy. So while you're in this sort of numb energy, I do think at some point you do have like a breakthrough. Judgment is often a revelation or a call to action, and it is very much, you know, an awakening of sorts. And so I do think at some point you will come to a state of being where you're feeling less, you know, emotionally devoid and at a loss, and feeling, you know, such a difficulty concerning the situation with this person or this individual circumstance that you've been dealing with. We also have the King of Cups in reverse, clarifying the Lovers. So this is actually a decision on your part as well, though, to not continue to give love to a situation where you're not feeling it yourself. So I think that this is important, that you kind of scale back on emotions. You can look at the King of Cups as being slightly emotionally distorted energy, scorpionic energy already, with the King of Cups presents forth as a very emotive person, but somebody who is often very reserved and very tight-lipped on how they're feeling. So you could have somebody who's slightly emotionally coercive, or yeah, just not really open to, this could be an energy where you're just not feeling very open to connections at this time, and open to love, or open to people in general. Maybe just, again, in that Hermit energy, staying pretty closed off. But we also have here the King of Swords. It looks like the Sword of Truth to me, coming in with the Journey card, card 0, the beginning, the impetus of change. So where there's hopelessness and you're feeling sort of, again, defeated and at a loss, we then see this spark of, you know, this King of Swords kind of reminds me of this Judgment energy, this spark of mental acuity and clarity, and this idea that you can begin again, you can start over. You know, I don't know necessarily that you're going to feel ready for relationships or for even reconnecting with someone should they decide to come back around, but you're definitely going to feel a little bit more empowered than you do right now. Yeah, we have Death with this Knight of Cups energy, as well as the Four of Swords, recovery. So this is, you know, recovery from that emotional loss, that emotional pain, and transformation. Death also is not a bad card in tarot. It represents, of course, endings, but new beginnings, rebirth, transformation. So where, you know, perhaps this Knight of Cups energy may fall by the wayside, there is recovery there with the Four of Swords. I love that that is the key word here, this idea of healing and of rest and renewal, a restoral perhaps of, you know, a prior energy when you were feeling more empowered, more secure, and less, I guess, like damaged and jilted. there's just really strong energies of like a breakup here. I'm really going to lean towards that's where we're currently sitting right now for this pile. If that doesn't resonate, but the rest of the reading is making sense to you, feel free to continue to tune into this one. Otherwise, choose another if you're really just, breakup energy is not what you're experiencing, because this is very strong, especially with the Three of Swords, that there is some type of emotional disconnect here. But the good news is overall in life, your focus is going to shift and you are going to be in a mode of recovery from this. Oh, we had one more come out. Oh, we had several, so we won't take those. Let's see, what else from the Healers of the Earth Oracle? What else can Pile 2 expect in the months ahead for life in general? What is coming for them in the months ahead? We have the intangible, indeterminate, formless, and unknowable. And it's okay to not have all of the answers right now, Pile 2. And it's most important that you just take one day at a time and start to release these, difficult feelings that you're experiencing. And again, reach that state of recovery. Hands that heal, as I say that. Healing ability, magic touch, and hands-on. So absolutely, healing is on its way to you. Healing is coming. I almost don't even want to ask what's coming in love for this pile, but I will, because I know everybody loves to know about that. But what is coming in life for Pile 2, please? Taurus Pile 2 from the Moonology Manifestation deck. Oh my goodness, I can't even grab the card. We have full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. See the bigger picture beyond this situation. And I really think that is where that's going to be leading you to. Again, this revelation, or this coming to a conclusion, to a greater state of mind, a greater perspective, a perspective shift or mindset shift, in fact. I really think that's what that Judgment card has to do with. And then first quarter moon in Scorpio, so release your blocks. We have Scorpio energy about releasing blockages and tension, and we had that reversed Scorpio card of the King of Cups. So again, this is where this energy is currently sitting, or where it may be for a period of time. It was in the beginning of the spread, and then we're going to see that energy changing as you release those difficult emotions and that kind of turbulent energy. So moving forward now, I'm on the fence about asking about love. So let's start next with abundance, financial prosperity, materialism. How is Taurus Pile 2's money going to look for them, Spirit, in the next several months? Money and prosperity overall. How are things going to look for them in the next few months? The Sun, how beautiful. So if this kind of threw you off your game for a minute, you're definitely going to be getting back on track in the real world. Seven of Wands, valor. This is overcoming obstacles, being strong and fearless, and facing a new day, being a fighter. Nine of Cups, happiness. Oh, this is beautiful. So great abundance coming for you. The Magician, stepping back into this energy of powerful creation. I love that so much. That is perfect. Get a view from the Healers of the Earth Oracle once again. This is related to money. Withdrawal symptoms, yearning, craving, pain over loss. So I really think that that's what you're healing from. That's what the Sun is coming out here to represent. The karmic scales, justice, atonement, and karmic balancing. Exactly. So this is what's going to be getting released and what you're going to be feeling better about. Now, you may not think pain over loss, withdrawal symptoms relates to money, but in fact, when our vibration is low, we can't manifest really any abundance, anything on a very positive, high vibrational scale, because that's not where we're vibrating at. That's not the frequency that we're at to be attracting those types of things in. Like attracts like. What unto itself is drawn. So at that level, with that respect, you need to be operating at a greater sense of consciousness, a higher vibration, feeling better about life overall, and having a rebalancing of that pain over loss, that Three of Swords energy. That is the overall sort of underlier of things going on right now for you, pile 2. When you do that and you achieve that, you're going to really see your world open up. And look at how it opens up. The sun, this beautiful magician energy, the 9 of Cups, happiness, it's happening. It is going to be so amazing for you. You're going to have your dreams come true. If there's a new job you're wanting, if you're wanting a promotion, if you're wanting an actual job change, a change of scenery, maybe just more material abundance overall, making more money, more opportunities for money. It just looks like your dreams can become reality here. Like really, really positive indicators for money. This is so perfect. Let's get a couple cards from the Moonology deck. What is money looking like for pile 2? Taurus pile 2 in the months ahead. What is money looking like for them? How is money looking for pile 2, please? Ooh. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. Again, judgment energy. It's getting clear about things, seeing things for what they really are, and sort of balancing out, getting those scales tipped in a good direction. The sun is also coming up over judgment. You know, another sign of illumination and clarity, awareness, you know, lighting what is dark. And we have new moon in Taurus, your card here, know your worth. So definitely knowing your value, even perhaps monetarily speaking, you know, literally. That is great. Pile 2, I will go ahead and ask for a few cards on love. I'm nervous to do this, but I know it's important that you know. So let's go ahead and take a look. Pile 2, what is coming in love in the next few months? What can you share with us for pile 2? 7 of Pentacles, patience. Okay, that says it all. The Queen of Pentacles. This is kind of stepping into your own power once again, getting all of those pentacles racked up. All of that beautiful, abundant energy is going to be flowing in first. We have patience, persistence. These are energies of, you know, again, progression, maybe something taking a bit of time to manifest, but coming to you in due time, of course. So it's still on the horizon. And then once things have sort of balanced themselves out, somebody will be coming in either with new energy or a message of some sort, but certainly just an inspirational, very magnetic energy for you. And from the Romance Angels Oracle, what is coming next in love for pile 2, please? Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So, you know, I do think that there is going to be a little bit of waiting. However, I apologize. It's summer vacation, so my child is home and occasionally I have to take a break and talk to him. So at any rate, very soon. I do think there's some level of patience involved. This is going to not be something that materializes incredibly quickly initially, but as we see here with this Knight of Wands energy, at some point in time, again, after I feel a period of rebalancing and healing, kind of coming to terms with this current energy of painful emotional loss, there will be a time very soon, not too far off in the future, and certainly very quickly when the energy and the circumstances are all in alignment for it to occur, where you will be seeing a resurgence of that beautiful, loving energy. And we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So quite literally and clearly for a lot of you, this could be somebody returning from your past, perhaps in a better energy, to heal, to help to create closure and balance, and again, aid you in the restoral of this sense of confidence and optimism and just happiness about love and about life. Not that we need that from anybody, but of course it's nice to have as well. So I actually am glad that I asked about love for you, because it just, you know, getting a couple cards helped you to get an idea, a feel for the fact. Maybe for a lot of you, this I'm thinking is going to be very encouraging. Certainly not where you need to lay focus, because the focus definitely needs to be on your own healing and personal soul expansion at this time to overcome this difficult 3 of Swords energy. But, you know, certainly in the future, it is on the horizon, not too far off in the next few months, where you could be having a reconciliation, or certainly just a resurgence of that beautiful, again, loving energy. So I want to close things off by getting some guidance for you, pile 2. What is the guidance for pile 2, please? Just in dealing with these energies overall, the next few months to support them. We have the Princess of Wands. This is passionately just going for it, going for what lights you up, serving your own highest good, strength, you know, just overcoming those challenges and obstacles. You are a strong person, pile 2. You absolutely can overcome this energy. Justice, the idea of, again, getting very real and honest with yourself. And, you know, the theme of the scales comes into play again. And on both of these cards, the left often signifies the past, and the left side of the scale is tipped and weighted more in each of those images. So this is referencing again how the past is sort of weighing more heavily, and definitely is leaning in that direction of where the focus is. And I think there's going to be balance and harmony achieved with regard to that. The advice is certainly to not give up on the hopefulness of that happening. But, you know, with the world here, definitely closing out a major cycle with this person, with the difficulties that you're currently experiencing. It's time to sort of release and let that go and allow that balance to be yours. Allow yourself to see reality for what it is, see the situation for what it is. You can also look at this as the sword of truth. It very much reminds me of the Ace of Swords energy, and the Justice card does reference, you know, morality and honesty and truth. We also have the Two of Swords, peace, which is often not a peaceful card at all, actually. It's a card of, you know, confusion and indecision. And she doesn't look very peaceful here. In fact, she looks very dismayed and a little bit bereaved. But, you know, it indicates, again, this idea of healing for me in this deck, along with the Four of Pentacles power. You couldn't get a more symbolic and strong sort of a combination. The idea of attaining this level of peace and overcoming with your own personal power, you know, any sense of sadness and loss, where, you know, this energy that's embodied in this card and in this imagery is sort of, you know, again, where you may be lying right now in terms of your individual circumstances and the energy you're carrying presently. But in the future, you know, having the power to overcome those things. I think this is just Source's way of assuring you that you really do possess all of that ability within you, to really, again, tip the scales more in your favor, balance things out, and achieve this sense of inner peace and harmony. So pile 2, I so hope that that reading has been of help to you and brought you some clarity, some insight into your next few months. I know this was a difficult reading today, a difficult energy that you were sitting in. I am sending you so much healing and just loving, abundant energy towards you as you work through all of these energies. Of course, I'm here to support you with the free tarot I've provided today, but if you would like to take a look more deeply at your individual energy and the circumstances surrounding, you know, this situation at a personal level for you individually, I would be more than happy to do so. I do provide private readings. You can find all of the information on those in both the description box as well as in a comment below. And there's also other avenues and options available to you on how you can support the channel if you feel guided to do so. Also available in those two areas, the description box and in the comments. Until next time, pile 2, I do hope to see you in a future reading. Feel free to also peruse my playlist available of other Zodiac-based readings. Check maybe one of your other placements or one of your person's other placements if you're here for them cross-watching. And you know, I have lots of other love-based readings, source-based readings, a lot of wonderful messages and insights available in all of those videos. But either way, pile 2, I hope to see you again. I'm sending you again that healing, beautiful energy in the meantime. I hope you take great care. Bye-bye. Pile 3, hello Taurus. I am so happy to have you here with me today for this pick a card reading, where we're going to be taking a look at your energy today. Of course, Taurus energy, Taurus season running from April 20th through May 20th. And it's your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, either for yourself, any one of your placements, or that of a person that you're watching for, cross-watching as they call it. And you were drawn to pile 3, this beautiful green jasper, and the Embroidered Forest Tarot today. We're going to be starting by taking a look with the tarot at your current energy that you are sitting in, or that of your person, whoever you're watching for, the Taurus in your life, if not yourself. And then we're also going to be taking a look at the energy that is coming for you or for your person within the next few months, Taurus. So these readings are timeless, and what I say is that I upload these readings right now, Zodiac based, during the season in which we are at in the year for that particular sign. So normally I would be recording this and uploading it at the beginning of your season, and I would say during your season, this is what you can expect over the next few months. However, I was very busy during this Taurus season. I moved, I had a whole lot of things going on, and so I didn't have the opportunity to really, you know, go ahead and record this Taurus energy capture this Taurus energy at the time that season was going on. And so we're doing it a bit late. However, again, it's timeless. It's a timeless reading. Trust you are finding it at the right divine moment for your individual circumstances and energy. So with that, it's just going to be what you can expect in the next few months at the point in time in which you're finding this reading. So let's go ahead and get started for you, pile 3. Again, taking a look first at your current energies and then what you can expect in the next few months in terms of life in general, love, abundance, money. We're going to just get all the details on what is coming. So let's begin. Pile 3. The current energy that you are sitting in. What's currently going on for pile 3, please? Taurus, pile 3. We have the Knight of Swords, as well as the Chariot. That's a beautiful energy. That's Cancerian energy. That is my sign. Cancer season is almost upon us, and I'm so ready. Love it. We have the Sun. And we have the Emperor. Wow. So 3 majors out of 4 cards. Pretty interesting. We have clarifiers here. Another major, Justice, card 11. We have the 7 of Pentacles for the Chariot. The Queen of Cups for the Sun. That's so beautiful. And we have the 2 of Swords for the Emperor. The overall energy that is underlying the theme of this reading and the current energy you may be sitting in is the Page of Swords. Let's get a few cards from the Healers of the Earth Oracle deck. And while I do that, I also need to just check that these are all in shot and that they are straight and they look pretty, because that's very important, of course. So, okay. Oh my goodness. You know, it's just, if you've ever been here before, it's something I have to do. And then once I do it, I can continue on with my day. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're going to do that for just 2 more seconds and then we're going to move forward. There we go. So, from the Healers of the Earth Oracle deck. Current energy for pile 3, please. Dashing through the snow, minor setbacks, delays, and roadblocks. Put that there. And Field of Dreams, bounty, sustainability, a good harvest. Well, aren't those polar opposite energies? That's very interesting. I do think you're at a crossroads with this 2 of Swords clarifying the Emperor, and you're not making any decisions right now. You're really staying where you're at. Pile 3. I think you're afraid to act with this Page of Swords. Not that that's a laughing matter, but that is where we're at. So let's just get really clear on it. Let's get some cards from the Moonology Manifestation deck. Current energies for pile 3, please. In fact, let me shuffle these real quickly just to have those where we'd like them to be. Perfect. And we have take a reality check, full moon in Capricorn. So more earth energy. I think it's, yeah, full moon in Sagittarius. This card wanted to come out earlier and I didn't know if that really resonated, made sense, and clearly it's meant to be here. I do think, again, this is about clarity and coming to a decision. The 2 of Swords here represents some level of indecision or refusal to make a decision. I think you're worried about doing the right thing. You know, this Knight of Swords for me is coming through as very action-oriented. Justice, of course, relates to morality, honesty, the truth, truth-seeking, balance, everything coming into alignment. And, you know, it just feels like with these opposite energies and this needing to take a reality check, I think this is getting real with yourself. Seeing the bigger picture is about seeing the reality of the situation and how there needs to be action on your part in order to move forward. And in truth, we do have here the Chariot energy, a strong indicator of a need to move forward momentum and actual journey in some cases, or travel indicated in the Chariot as well. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is about where you're investing, how much time something has taken. And you go, again, moving things forward, wanting to, I think it's just like, there's an element of not making the right choices or not living authentically, not living in your truth, feeling afraid to, keeping yourself small, shrinking yourself in. This is a very similar energy to a reading that I did either yesterday or the day before. That was related to what your next step was. That spirit was urging you to take to move forward in your life. And this is just very much a strong tie into that. But yeah, this is a failure to act, you know, delays and setbacks. Maybe that's something you've experienced a lot of in the past. And yet, you know, you can't help but be hopeful for the future. The sun, you know, this eternal optimism that you may possess. It's clarifying the Queen of Cups, you know, somebody who's just very emotionally and intuitively connected to source, you know, who's trusting, overall at a deeper level. But in your 3D self, you're certainly, again, feeling very defensive, very stuck, certainly just moving forward at a snail's pace, I have to say, with this very slow moving energy embodied by the Seven of Pentacles. It definitely weighs down the quickness and the expedience of that Chariot energy. And dashing through the snow, to dash is also a quick energy, but it again represents, in this case, delays. So getting real, taking a reality check, is coming into that truth, coming into that perspective, maybe perhaps what you're resisting with that Two of Swords, and seeing the bigger picture, finally seeing things clearly, maybe perhaps even seeing how if you just simply step into who you truly are and meant to be, you will have this field of dreams, this idea of a sustainability, a good harvest that just gives me this view of prosperity, this big open field, freedom. Let's see what else comes through. What else do we need to know for pile 3, please, in terms of their current energy? Current energy for pile 3, please. We have the Empress. Beautiful. I love that. But the Moon coming in with it. So being confused. I think being a little confused. You know, that could definitely be tuning into the energy of the intuitive sense of self. But strength, this is holding back. It's not, maybe being connected to it, to the energies of the Moon, but not feeling content or secure with that at all. Not confident in that intuitive sense. You know, we have the Ace of Wands as well. So this is just, again, holding back from that new beginning that you're feeling the need to take. One more. And the Two of Cups. What is the Two of Cups here for? The Hermit. You know, with this mirror imagery of the swans, this is striking me as self-love. And this is, you know, an inward journey with the Hermit. And this is a prominent feature in the other piles as well, at least pile 2 for sure. But again, this is stepping into your spiritual journey. And I definitely invite you to go look back at that next step reading, because there was a pile that was very much connected to the energies here. I wouldn't be surprised if you were drawn to the same pile in that reading. If you've chosen this one, those are definitely linked. But this is about, an inward journey. You're really, I think, at the beginning of this and sort of resisting a bit of that awakening, a little bit of that, those realizations, that opening up and that waking up to what you truly are, resisting that pile 3. And you can't do that. You have to allow that abundance to flow, that beautiful energy with the sun that we had earlier, just that's ready to light you up. All right, let's see what's coming for you. Let's start with life in general. What is coming in life overall for pile 3, Taurus, in the next few months? What is coming? King of Swords. I just, again, think this is about clarity and truth. The Lovers. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Again, this is just where I feel like you haven't felt good enough for love. You haven't felt good enough or deserving enough or worthy enough in life overall. And this is sort of having clarity, having an aha moment regarding that. The Two of Pentacles. You've been so back and forth in your head. in recent time. Yeah, and the star coming in with that. I just think it's a healing and optimism, a release of sort of that overthinking about it and just beginning to see things for what they really are. Again, having that reality check. We have the Eight of Pentacles for the lovers. Working on yourself, that's what I'm hearing. The Eight of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what's held you back. This worthiness issue. It's kept you feeling insecure, made you feel small, like you can't branch out, you can't have everything you want, you can't be everything you're meant to be, that you're not stepping into your authentic power, pile 3. It's a huge, huge issue here. We have the Tower with the Knight of Cups. What's coming with the Tower for life overall? The Queen of Wands, stepping into your power, and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Yep. So this is just like, something is going to come through for you. Some type of an offer or something is going to come through to just make you feel on top of the world, make you feel so secure. We haven't even gotten to the love portion. I truly don't know if this is love related. Knight of Cups often is. However, this just feels even bigger than that. This feels like a catalyst that really gets you to feeling good, feeling abundant, secure, and just helps to like catapult you and catapult your life into a higher state of being. I want more on that. What is this Tower energy about for what's happening in life in the next few months? We have the King of Wands. Oh boy. The Ace of Pentacles. It's a new beginning. An offer perhaps. Temperance. And this is such a loving temperance card. A loving energy in this deck. Look at that. You can't get any sweeter than that. Look, it's like 2 otters or something. This could be love related. Love could be a focus for pile 3. I feel a lot of self-love, but it also feels like that loving self helps to attract you and magnetize you to other people. The Page of Wands with the 10 of Wands. Yeah. This is what you've previously resisted, or what your energy has resisted will now flow to you easily and come to you. And there will be a new beginning, and I feel like a new person perhaps, or just somebody coming in that really sort of, again, helps to elevate your life in some way. It just helps you to feel so much more secure and balanced. This, again, could be non-love related. This could just be a really great mentor, or somebody who is a great support to you. Could be somebody who you can lean on and gain advice and wisdom and insight from. It could be even something like this, you know, having this message come through for you today helps you to really step into your power and live life authentically, like help you take the next steps. Maybe guiding you to my next step reading is going to be also a main message for you that helps with all of these things. Let's get some more cards. From the Healers of the Earth Oracle, what is coming for pile 3 in terms of life in general in the next few months? Ice fishing, breakthroughs, increased self-awareness. That's exactly what I felt. Exactly what I felt with the King of Swords, with, you know, we had Judgment, I believe, out. Good vibration, positive vibes, upliftment, and resonance. Absolutely, it is coming. Oh my goodness, it's coming for you, pile 3. And from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck, New Moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. Absolutely. See the bigger picture, focus on the positive. That's what this is going to help you to do. And that Tower energy, absolutely. First quarter moon in Taurus, your card, release control. So I think that's like that Eight of Swords energy, that control, that need to restrict and self-preserve and just keep yourself contained in a box, releasing that, letting that go. That's a beautiful energy, super beautiful. Let's just kind of segue and see where this ties in when it comes to love. What's coming in for love for pile 3, please, in the next few months? Taurus, pile 3, in the next few months. Everybody always wants to ask about love. That's always so, so important. What's coming for love in the next few months? The Fool. So again, a new beginning with somebody. The Six of Wands, success finally. What's always eluded you again, what's always kind of been held back from you and resisted coming to fruition, kind of happening finally. Security with that Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, swiftness. Quick activities, quick actions, an event of some sort. What is this? an offer even. The Four of Swords, peace, tranquility. The Four of Cups. This is a perspective shift. I don't see that as a rejection. The Five of Swords. What is the perspective shift on? The Three of Cups. What is the perspective shift? What's embodied in this Eight of Wands of what's coming? The World. So a major closure. I think you, if anything, you sort of kind of shifting your focus, your perspective. It's you doing the action. Having a new, seeing things clearly and from a higher perspective, really heeding your intuition and stepping into your spiritual power, your spiritual belief, who you truly are, and embodying that and allowing that to help reframe your viewpoints on things, especially where it comes to love. And I think that's what gives you the power to step into this energy of the Fool, this new beginning. Super, super exciting. Let's get a few Romance Angels Oracle. What is coming for pile 3 in terms of love in the next few months? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Again, I think that new beginning is starting over. And then, if you look at it, actually, this Four of Cups card is certainly, looks like this one is retreating from something. That's interesting. And honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. What is this about? Holiday. Honeymoon. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So there is somebody coming, pile 3. I think, though, it's probably a new person, it feels like. But that's exciting. So after a big closure, the World ending a major, major cycle of completion, then we go all the way back to card 0. We start again. We begin again at the very beginning of the major arcana. Super amazing. Love that. Love seeing that new energy. So, I think that that's like such a testament to getting in alignment, right? Like when we come into our own truth, when we kind of come into alignment at a soul level and we really get clear about what we're wanting, everything falls into place. Our energy is right, our vibration is right. In fact, you even had the good vibrations card entering. Then you see how everything else falls into place. So life so far is looking up or going to be looking up for you. You're not going to be feeling kind of stuck and resistant. That's really going to be opening up for you and shifting in a grand way. And then love as well, a soulmate energy, pile 3. That's so incredible. So let's get a few cards now just on money and abundance overall. Let's see what's happening in that realm for pile 3. What's coming for money and abundance? Is there anything we need to know there in the next few months? We have the King of Pentacles, so security, which is wonderful. The Five of Cups, the Devil. Oh, this is interesting energy. So if there's been any sort of material loss that you've been experiencing, I don't think this is coming for you. It's almost like saying it's shifting out of an energy of difficulty. If you've previously had that Seven of Wands, what is this Seven of Wands here for? The Two of Swords. So, or excuse me, Seven of Swords. Multiple sevens. And the Six of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is going about things differently. This is new opportunities entering. This is about even and equal energetic exchanges, reciprocity. The Wheel of Fortune, card 10, is of course a cycle completion, much like the World, and it does represent a big shift. And when we're talking about money, the Wheel of Fortune is an excellent card to see. I really think prosperity is opening up as well, where this feeling, Five of Cups and the Devil here, it's definitely a difficult energy. I think when we lose our way and we're in a state of resistance, this is sort of where we're at. And this is how we get out of that, is to, again, get into alignment, seek a greater sense of understanding and balance about self, have a bit of soul discovery, which it definitely looks like that happens, that opens up in the next few months. And then we have this beautiful King of Pentacles energy and this Wheel of Fortune. Again, to say that there's going to be shifts in the way that you're either earning money or receiving abundance, how others are treating you, how you're received by others, how you're engaging with others. it feels like if it's not completely monetarily speaking, it's just abundance. And abundance overall, it doesn't always equate to money or material, matters. It also just relates to a feeling of success and prosperity. So equally exciting, pile 3. I really honestly think that if this is the energy you've been sitting in, and the Page of Swords, again, is that overall energy that you do appear to be in at this present time, this would definitely lend to some of these difficult energies that you'd be experiencing in terms of money or just overall abundance and manifestation. But that looks to be, clearing up as well for you, which is incredible. Let's see what else is coming by way of money. Money or material abundance, or just abundance in general, whatever it wants to share with us. Cards flying all over the place. What is coming in terms of abundance for pile 3? Quarantine, retreat, seclusion, and inward journey. So again, taking time for spiritual growth, which is always nice. But what is coming for money? Don't forget your umbrella, foresight, preparedness, contingency plan. I think that's where that King of Pentacles comes in. Again, feeling more secure, embodying a greater sense of stability, even how you're being viewed by others. One more. Going off grid, unplugging and disappearing for a while. So for some reason, pulling away and again, taking that time for self is what really is going to be prominent in terms of your overall ability to manifest abundance in the future. It really feels like, taking that time for self, being in that stillness, that surrendered energy, having that spiritual awakening, if you will, and allowing that to process through. That's what kind of, again, gets you vibrating at a higher level, which enables you to open up to this like Wheel of Fortune energy, this beautiful energy of abundance that's going to come through, this shift, this change. But it's really coming through to me less like money and more of just how you're being viewed and how others interact with you, how others treat you. So maybe that's why, again, disconnecting, pulling away from others, and then stepping back into, connecting at a later time when you're feeling better is also, going to equate to and sort of really, it makes sense why there would be this shift here of this Wheel of Fortune energy, right? If we take the time that we need, then at some point, returning, we're going to see a much more abundant life. We're going to see that shift, the results and the outcome of us taking that inward, time for an inward journey. Anything else for money? Anything specific to money? The Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Hanged Man. I'm going to be honest, when it comes to actual finances and money, again, it feels like the focus is certainly not there. It's more on enjoying the abundant interactions with others. Again, how you're going to feel stable and secure. That always doesn't equate to just money. So money itself may be a little bit of a challenge for some of you. That's not going to resonate for everyone. But overall, you're going to be feeling so abundant, so secure, and so well established and just well received and happy. Most importantly, happy. So just keep that in mind. A little bit of contrast is okay. It helps us to grow. So last but not least, let's get some insight for you, pile 3, into how you can support yourself and work through these energies and deal with everything over the next few months. What is the insight and the advice from Spirit for pile 3? The Eight of Cups. This is, again, that inward journey, a nod towards that. The High Priestess, absolutely stepping into that intuitive power. Three of Swords. I just get a heart healing with this, like really getting in touch with your own heart and soul at a deep level. That's the key. Six of Cups. Yep. The Six of Cups often relates to the idea of children and youth, a time of innocence and naivety. And, truthfully, children are the closest embodiment to pure source energy, pure positivity. They haven't been on the world, living as a human being, incarnated as long. And they're not tainted yet by all the experiences of life. And so, again, this is saying like stepping into your intuitive body, really trusting and healing your heart in the process. Again, getting into a more authentic state of living is going to help you to return to a greater state of being as well, more mindful, more conscious, happier, more positive feeling, more optimistic, vibrating higher. I can't, forget about that good vibes card we had earlier. And that's what really helps to turn everything around. That's perfect. A couple cards from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Guidance. We have first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. So definitely know that you can manifest everything that you want, and all of these good things that are coming to you, you can absolutely have. But first comes the alignment with self. Be humble. Whenever I see this card, first quarter moon in Leo, be humble, it doesn't actually speak to me as being humble. It's more about getting very clear about what you're wanting and stepping into a state of appreciation and thankfulness. And again, it's living authentically, appreciating yourself, appreciating others. You can step away and still, as it says and indicates here, quarantine or just take some time for that individual solitude and introspection. But while you do that, I think you're going to be seeing things differently, and being humble relates to that. Again, being appreciative, seeing the bigger picture, having that perspective shift with judgment energy coming out, and that, awakening that we saw, the tower energy. And, it's really going to help things move along. And last but not least, step up and lead. So when you feel ready, step into this earth energy that you're so familiar with, Taurus. New moon in Capricorn. Step up and lead. After you've had this time to retreat and withdrawal and kind of go within, stop resisting the soul call. Really step into your power, your intuitive power, remember. Go on that inward journey and heal your own heart. Go back to a time of more innocence, of youthfulness, when your soul was less burdened, and you're going to see how that's going to change everything. It's going to give you the confidence and make you feel secure to step up and lead, and for you to again be more well received by others, for you to have a more abundant life, for you to feel more secure and confident. And that trickles down and relates to other areas as well: love and relationships and overall connection, opportunities, and just overall happiness, the joyfulness and the joyful experiences that you get to have and gain during your time here, living as a human being, which is just such a blessing. So pile 3, I so hope that you've enjoyed this reading and that it's been of help to you, giving you some clarity and some insight over the next few months of what you can expect. I also invite you to go ahead and check any of your other placements. I do have a playlist of other zodiac-based readings, which I am currently releasing on a schedule according to the season that we are in per sign. So Gemini will be releasing very, very shortly, as well as Cancer. And I do have all of the other zodiac signs that we've encountered so far this year already in that playlist available to view. As well, I also have other videos that are just standard love readings or source-derived messages, so lots of good content for you to peruse through if you feel guided to. If you'd like to take a deeper look at your own individual energies, I would love to do a private service for you as well. I am open and booking private readings currently. All of the information to do so is available in both the description box as well as in a comment down below. If you also feel guided to support the channel in other ways beyond subscribing, of course, that's the best way to show your appreciation, is just subscribing, to be sure that you can always find my channel, find my content, and share space with me to connect. Of course, liking, sharing, commenting as well. But if you'd like to do something additional, of course, no pressure, but if you feel guided to, there's other avenues and options for doing so. And those, are all available information-wise of how you can go about that, also in those same places, the description box and in the comments. I hope to see you in a future reading, pile 3. I'm sending you so much loving, abundant energy until then. And until next time, I hope you take great care. Bye-bye.